but they're yeast pancakes. Sprinkle over a half a cup of warm water 1 package of active dry yeast and let that proof for 15 minutes. In a blender, combine your yeast mixture, and I have one already proofed. You see what proofing does? It shows you that the yeast is actually alive. It gets a little fluffy, which is what you want. And you want to add that to your blender, and 1 cup of milk. We have that right here. Use whole milk. And 1½ cups of all-purpose flour. And if you dip into your flour jar, you do not have to sift. Go just nice and light. There. And 3 large egg yolks. Now reserve your egg whites. I have mine over here because this is what you beat up to a nice fluffy egg white consistency, and you fold that in after your batter has risen. Look at those gorgeous bright yellow yolks from the Turkey Hill eggs, of course. And we also want to add ½ teaspoon of coarse salt and 6 tablespoons of melted butter, which is already melted and slightly cooled. So all of this can just be put right into the jar of the blender. You can also use a food processor. Just make sure you use the large food processor for this. And some sugar, just a pinch of sugar will do. And you can stir this up. Cover loosely and set in a warm place to rise for about 1½ to 2 hours. If you let the batter rise much longer, the blini will taste over-fermented, so make sure that you do it only for 1½ to 2 hours. Now you can actually put it into the refrigerator to stop that fermentation, and here it is. Oh, it smells so good. Actually, very delicious. So it's nice and fluffy and light. This is the white blini. I've also made a buckwheat batter over here. You can see the difference with buckwheat flour. And we'll put both of the recipes on the website. Now just beat your egg whites. Now you can just put a tiny, tiny bit of salt into your egg whites. And a little pinch of sugar if you like. I just do that as a matter of habit. Just perfect. And now fold this right into your blini mixture. We have already folded the egg whites into our buckwheat mixture. And have your griddle hot before you fold the egg whites into your batter. Well, I want to make these pretty small. So you can use a little cup measure like this, or you can actually use a tablespoon if you like. And we'll start cooking some of the white ones too. See, once you get going, you get the perfect size, you get the perfect shape. Make sure that you keep adding a little butter to your griddle if necessary. You can make these ahead of time, and then you can warm these up. Now, that's a pretty blini. See how pretty that is? Just a nice golden color. We have a mustard sauce too that I've made out of dry mustard, Dijon mustard, white vinegar, sugar, vegetable oil, and some chopped dill. It's their traditional gravlax sauce that they serve in Scandinavia. And to top these, you should have melted butter. This is the way they do it at the Russian tea room. And you can just put a tiny bit of butter before you put your gravlax. If you're on a diet, you can omit this luxury and place your beautiful gravlax right on top. And look at this great sauce, the wonderful mustard dill sauce.